You
Yes,
claim your wife, Ms. Burns, cheated on you with the man standing next to her
Yes, Your Honor.
after only 3 months of marriage.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, then she left you to live with him, and now you say the paternity of your child is in question.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, Ms. Burns, you believe that your boyfriend, Mr. Jones, could be your son's father, but confess you secretly hope he's your ex-husband's biological child.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, Mr. Powell, how did you get in this position?
Every time that we would get into an argument, she would leave me and go be with another person. And then if she got upset with that person, she would do the exact same thing, come back to me and sleep with me.
Now, how long did this go on for?
For about a year.
You married her during this time, and you continually take her back.
That's right, because I love her from the bottom of my heart.
Ms. Burns,
Yes, Your Honor.
how does it feel to hear your ex-husband speak about you this way?
I know he loves me, but I don't think that we have the same feelings anymore.
How is it that 3 months into your marriage, you end up with Mr. Jones?
Our marriage was good at first, mine and Kevin's. And
Well, it's
then,
just 90 days.
Yes, but Mr. Powell had a job, and then he'd lose his job. Then he had a job, and then he'd lose his job. I figured everything was put off on me. I have 3 other children, other than the baby, that I provide for. And I felt like all the burden was pushed off onto me.
You don't provide for your children, your mother does.
I do provide for my children. I pay child support.
How do you pay child support if you don't have a job yourself?
So, wait a minute. Mr. Powell, how did you find out she was with Mr. Jones?
She told me they were.
Oh, so you told him, Ms. Burns?
Yes, Your Honor.
What did you say?
Mr. Powell called me and asked if anything had happened between me and Mr. Jones, and I told him yes, it had.
So wait a minute. Let me get down to the bottom of this. How does you're married to him for 3 months? When do you even meet Mr. Jones?
We have a child together. We have a 6-year-old together. So when the DNA come up for her and he come back the father to her, he wanted to meet her because he hadn't seen her pretty much her whole life.
Oh, so when you say the DNA came up, explain to me what you're saying. There was DNA testing done on this child.
Yes.
And he
And
was
he is-
one of the candidates that had to take the test?
Yes, Your Honor.
How many men took the test?
Besides him, he'd be the second one.
Actually, the lady that did the testing actually said that I was the 3rd person to have this DNA test done on the child.
So was he the second or the third, Ms. Burns?
Wow.
He was the second that was named for the DNA.
Then what happens?
We take her to see Mr. Jones, me and a mutual friend of mine and Mr. Powell's. And he did his visit with her, and we returned back to my hometown. And I went back to LaPel that night to hang out with Mr. Jones. And
What?
yes.
2 days, Your Honor.
For 2 days?
Yes.
And she took
A
all
married
of, she
woman?
took all of her things and went and lived with Mr.
Your
Jones.
Honor, she told me that her and Mr. Powell were actually getting divorced. She didn't want anything to do with him.
Where did you tell your husband you were?
We were not getting divorced. We were happy.
He was happy.
If this is happy, I don't want to see sad. Mr. Powell, what were you thinking?
I didn't know what to think. I called her the second day after she had left, and she straight out admits to me, yeah, I slept with Mr. Jones.
Wow. Ms. Burns, how soon after that did you find out you were pregnant?
Almost 2 months after I had separated from Mr. Powell.
So when you were pregnant, did you tell both men you were pregnant?
Yes, Your Honor. I told Mr. Jones, and he reacted differently than I expected.
What was that?
He
I was
mad.
pissed off, Your Honor. I wasn't very happy. I have 3 other kids, and then we got a DNA test with our 6-year-old, coming out to find out that I'm the father of that one. And
What did
then-
Mr. Powell say when you told him?
He didn't really say anything.
Your Honor, we were having sex around the time that she got pregnant.
During the time of conception, you were still having sex?
I don't know if she is lying about the date of conception or not.
Oh, I just had a light bulb moment. You are saying that because she wants to be with Mr. Jones, You think that she may just be saying the time of conception was at the time when she was only having sex with him.
Right.
But it could possibly have been when you two were having sex as well.
Exactly.
Did you get excited? Did you think, oh my goodness, this could possibly be my child? What did you think?
I did. I was excited. But also at the same time, I was kind of worried because I knew that she did have an affair with Mr. Jones. And, you know, he hasn't been a father to his 6-year-old child that she already had with him.
Well, that's because I didn't know I didn't have a child until 6 years later.
So when Lucas was born, who was at the hospital?
My mother was.
I was never called, Your Honor.
You never got a call?
I never got a call, I never got a text, I ain't nothing.
We're still having sex, Your Honor.
All this time?
Yes. Yes. Even to this day.
What?
You know, up till a week ago.
Up till a week ago?
Yes.
Wait, Mr. Jones, you're laughing. Are you laughing because you don't believe it, or are you laughing because it's possible?
I'm laughing because I'm like not very happy at this moment.
If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. Ms. Burns, have you been sleeping with Mr. Powell?
No, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I have proof to show that she is lying right now.
What proof do you have?
Your Honor, I took a lie detector test.
You took a lie detector test?
To show you that I'm not lying and that I'm telling the truth. And so that
Do you
Mr.
have the
Jones
results
can know
here?
the truth. Your Honor, I do have
I
the results
definitely
here.
Jerome, please hand me those results.
God, you better hope to God. We about to find out. Oh, man. And no one
This
even signed
is-
the birth certificate either, Your Honor. I mean,
A polygraph examination company, very reputable.
oh, you're hit.
We'll see.
The question
Not
you
you,
were
her.
asked was as follows. Are you lying when you said you had sex with Ashley Burns in the last 30 days? You answered no,
That's right.
which meant you had sex and you weren't lying.
Yes, we did.
The lie detector determined you were telling the truth.
Now what? What do you have to say now?
So what are you gonna say?
Ms. Burns, I see a little nervous jitter down there. This
I
is
was
a
always-
courtroom, and if you're gonna tell the truth, this is the place you do it.
I was always there for her.
Have you had sex with Mr. Powell?
Nope. I don't care what that paper says. It's whatever. I mean, if he wants to ruin somebody else's life because his is miserable, so be it.
Wow.
Oh, so is it your suggestion that he's trying to ruin your life because he's miserable because he doesn't have you?
Yes.
Mr. Jones, what do you think?
I have no idea, Your Honor.
Mr. Jones, what do you think?
I have no idea, Your Honor.
Oh.
I did not know this was gonna be like this. I'm kind of
It's
hurt.
because she's lying to both of us.
I have.
I mean, that's what's been going on the whole time.
I so agree with you, man, because the main reason why I actually left Miss Burns is because she cheated on me way back when, and
There
that
you
is the
go.
reason why I didn't know the 6-year-old could have been mine. That's why I needed the DNA test to figure that out. So now, I just don't know what to do.
Your Honor, she's a liar, just period. I went to the delivery room after she had the baby, once she finally allowed me to come in. And I took a video of him. I watch this video every day because I love this child to death. I think that he's mine and I want him to be mine, Your Honor. And I've got this video here today. I would like to show it to you.
Please. I'd like to see it.
I'm about to walk off, dude.
I mean, I buy things for the baby all the time because I didn't know if this was my child or not.
Because you love the child.
I do. And I love the mother of this child.
And do you still want to be with her today?
Absolutely. When we got married, you know, she told me ahead of time that she had 3 children previous to our relationship. and I always wanted a family. So, you know, I knew that she was the right one for me.
So you accepted her,
Yes, I did.
her 3 children,
Yes, I did.
loved them like your own.
That's right. And her children call me daddy.
Mr. Jones, do you believe Lucas is yours?
I have doubts, Your Honor, because like I said previously, you know, we do have a 6-year-old together, and I was
This
the third
child
person.
looks just like me, Your Honor. It can't be Mr. Jones's.
But now
does?
after what I've heard today, Your Honor, I hope it's Mr. Powell's.
Really?
And
Why
Your
do you
Honor,
say that?
Your Honor,
because like I said, Your Honor, I have 3 kids besides Lucas, Your Honor, and actually, I want to be technical, I would have 4 kids, Your Honor. I do take care of her other daughter that's not mine, and she calls me daddy and everything like that, Your Honor. And
Oh,
Your
my
Honor-
goodness. So, Ms. Burns, tell me today, who do you want to be with? You got half the children calling him daddy, the other half calling him daddy. He loves you. He looked like he about through with you. I don't know what you want to do.
I want to be with Mr. Jones, but if he chooses otherwise, then so be it, and I'll go on without everybody. So, I mean, I don't need either one of them. I choose to be where I'm at.
Mr. Jones, it sounds like you're getting along better with Mr. Powell than Ms. Burns.
yeah, especially I never met Mr. Powell,
wow,
ever.
that's right.
You've never met him.
Never met
We
him.
have never met.
Well, I was gonna say, before I read the results, you're welcome to stand on this side with him, because it sounds like now. Both of you seem like you've been lied to. Kids call you both daddy. Miss Burns, what is this you doing?
I'm not doing anything. Your
Oh,
Honor.
no.
No, I'm not. So I
Just
don't
don't want
need
you.
nobody. And you don't have to want me.
Well,
Like I said, I'll pick up, I'll move on, and I'll go on with my life.
it's a good idea.
Mr. Jones, do Mr. Powell a favor and please enlighten him as to what you have learned today.
She's a hoe, bro.
In respectful words. Why did I give that much leeway?
She is not faithful, bro. She's
already know this.
trash.
Miss Burns,
Yes, Your Honor.
this is a first where the 2 would-be fathers have now taken the same side of the plaintiff's podium against you. I've never seen it in all my days. And before I go to the results, I have to give you another opportunity, because there obviously have been some lies. Is there something you have not said in this courtroom, a truth you have not told? I'm giving you the opportunity to just be honest. Were you sleeping with these 2 men at the same time and pretty much playing one against the other and basically using Mr. Powell because you knew he was always going to be there for you?
Sure. Whatever.
I think that's the most honest answer I've gotten out of her today. We're going to go to the paternity results, and that's why I wanted to make it clear, because I don't need you questioning those results too. When we can just be honest from the get-go, is it possible there was any other man?
No,
That there
Your
can
Honor.
be any other person?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. It's time for the results. Jerome, the envelope, please. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Powell versus Burns Jones, when it comes to the paternity of 2-month-old Lucas Burns, and whether or not Mr. Powell or Mr. Jones is his father, Mr. Jones, you are his father.
Sorry, man. I was rooting for you, bro. I'm still gonna love the kid no matter what. I mean, I'm gonna be there, but all the information that I just heard today, I just wish it kind of wasn't.
I don't know what to say.
It was a lot to hear today.
Yeah, it was. We actually been talking for more than just 2 months. I mean, I didn't get back with her because I had to test her and make sure that she wasn't gonna cheat on me and she wasn't gonna do all the stupid stuff she did before. And
So if we wasn't together, so then how did I cheat?
And you just told me less than, what, 3 or 4 days ago that you didn't want to be with anybody?
Okay.
Oh,
Really?
my goodness. What is this that you perpetrating on these two men? I mean, you just got them all messed up in the head. Mr. Jones thought he was the father, then he heard you cheated, then he didn't want to be the father, but he is the father. Mr. Powell thought he was the father, but he's not the father, but he wants to be with you. And
I don't know
you,
now.
I wouldn't.
You're finally done now?
I think I'm starting to see the light, Your Honor.
Mr. Bonner, you say Ms. Fahey's claims of paternity have led you to being arrested with $7,000 of debt for a child you claim you are being prevented from seeing. Now, you say you're here today to establish paternity so you'll either be allowed to take part in your daughter's life or sever your connection to Ms. Fahey.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Fahey, you argue that your ex-boyfriend, Mr. Bonner, is indeed the father of your 3-year-old daughter, Nevaeh. You said he agreed to help you raise her despite knowing there was another possible father, but then 7 months into your pregnancy, he left you to be with another woman.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Bonner, why are you so adamant that she's not your child?
Well, you tell me how 2 white people make a brown baby.
Oh,
Your Honor.
well, please elaborate on that.
Well, we were together. I cheated on her, and then she called me saying she's pregnant.
You're in a relationship,
Correct.
but you both are cheating.
Right. One time. I did it first, then she went her way, slept with her.
Your Honor, that's a lie. He cheated on me, and then I split up with him. I turned around, and a month later, I hooked up with my ex. I was with my ex for 3 days and messed around with my ex for 3 days.
And what
when
color
my
is he?
daughter was born,
And what color is he?
it's a 50-50 chance that she could be Brock's or the other person.
There you
Now,
go.
Hold on. So you do admit that you slept with Mr. Bonner and also your ex.
yes, ma'am. First off, when my daughter was born, my daughter was white. Okay? My daughter does have a little bit of color to her. Okay? But that does not mean nothing because my mother, she has color to her. So that does not mean nothing. I was a dark child. My mother,
Jerome, please
You're a
hand
dark
me the
child,
picture.
how? You look
Miss
white.
Fahey.
well, my mother was she was kind of dark skin complected. She had the dark hair,
Right.
the dark skin.
A beautiful
Genetic-
olive complexion
Yes, and
she
genetics
has.
works in a mysterious way. My dad was real dark.
But check this out. I got pictures right here of my kids. My ex-wife is half white, half black. My son came out with blonde hair, blue eyes.
Okay.
Your baby mama is black and your son is white, so therefore genetics can work in mysterious ways.
Jerome, let me see Mr. Bonner's pictures as well.
And the boy on the left is by my mixed ex-wife.
So what you're saying to the court is that in the past your genes have shown up very strong in your kids.
Correct.
And you're just not understanding why it didn't happen in this case, and that fuels your doubt.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so at the point you realize you're pregnant,
I immediately, from the time I walked out the hospital, the next day I called Brock. I said, I'm pregnant. He said, okay. He accepted the fact that I was pregnant. After he
I did
accepted
accept
the
the
fact,
fact. I did
after
accept that
he
she was pregnant.
accepted the fact of me being pregnant, he turned around and was with me the whole 7 months. Then he left at 7 months, told me he was getting back with his ex. Had this girl get on the phone with me and disrespect me. Then come up to the
while you're 7 months pregnant.
Why I'm 7 months pregnant. The whole
Mr.
7
Bonner,
months-
why is it at 7 months pregnant you decided you were going to leave?
At that time, I was on drugs. I wanted the party life. I was messing up.
So you admit that you were making a mistake and
Correct.
messing up. You just were going down the wrong path.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Your Honor, he came to the hospital When my daughter was born,
And she didn't let me sign the birth certificate.
No,
I went into the
Your Honor, that's not
she
true.
dropped me off to
Your Honor,
the to the
that's not
hospital,
true.
and I said, let me.
They would not let him
No,
sign the
no.
birth certificate
She
because
said, let me
I was married. He wanted
Well,
to
you
sign
shouldn't be marrying
the
illegal
birth
immigrants.
certificate.
Wait now. You were married.
He was married also as well.
Oh.
I was split for 10 years with my ex-wife. She married a legal immigrant.
Oh, no, I was not.
Was he at the hospital when the baby was born?
He came the second day, Your Honor. I have a picture of him kissing my daughter. If you so much did not think that my daughter was yours, why was you kissing her? Why would you do that to me?
Because part of me
Do you know what you've put me through?
You know what you
No.
put me through?
You're very emotional, Miss Fahey. What do you feel? You feel like
It hurts
he's
because
doubting you?
not only did this happen, but also I've lost 2 babies by him, and all I got out of it was disrespected in every which way possible.
You was getting high with me when you were pregnant too.
No, that's a lie.
Wait a minute.
Brock, you left me at 7 months. That's a lie.
Wait a minute. Let's stick to
That
the
is not
issue
true.
regarding paternity. Miss Fahey,
Tell
you
me.
say he accepted you. He was there for you. Then he decides at 7 months, he says he went down the wrong path, made the decision. But then when you had the baby, he comes back and he accepts the baby.
I said, Brock, if you do not feel like my daughter is yours, then get up and walk after you see her. Turn around and walk away, and I'll be okay, and I'll apologize to you if that's how you feel. Brock turned around and came into that hospital room. Brock held my daughter. Brock kissed my daughter. When I left the hospital, I had a C-section because my daughter was breech. When I got home, Brock came to my house with me. Brock played daddy role for 3 days to my daughter. I told Brock, I was like, Brock, I gotta go. Brock asked me to get back with him. I stayed the night with my aunt, with Brock, with my daughter at my aunt's house.
I did do all that. I ain't got no deny that I didn't do it all. But you know what? I've straightened my act up since then. If this child's mine, I'm willing to take responsibility.
Your Honor,
But,
Your Honor.
hold on.
Here's
I missed a
something I wanna
DNA
say.
test. Now,
He
why
turned
wasn't
around
the-
and left me
No, no.
with staples in my stomach.
Why was I
in
only one hit-
pain,
why
in
was I-
miserable pain. You told me
I'm in
I
miserable pain,
will.
too. I'm
I will come
$7,000
back
behind child support.
to here to help you with your daughter
Hold up.
because I had to walk to the hospital. You left me in pain.
Take a bus.
You
I ain't
left
got
me
a car.
in pain. Yeah, take a bus.
Hold
you
on.
left me in pain.
Oh,
yes.
hold on.
Let's get some order. Let's get some order. Mr. Bonner, surely you're not that cruel.
No, I'm not that cruel, but I'm going to explain something. Since I'm 50-50 the father, why is I'm the only one hit with child support? Where was the other guy at? Explain that
Good
one.
question,
Okay,
Miss Fahey.
when I went to
he
court-
asked a valid question.
I
Your
got
Honor,
paperwork right
when
here
I
proving I'm
went to court-
$7,000 behind
When I
child
went
support.
to court, Brock was living with my brother. I said, Brock, you got a court date. I went into the courtroom. Brock turned around. Me and Brock was still in a relationship at the time. Brock told me, go ahead and say, I am the father. I said, Brock, are you sure? He said, yes. I turned around.
Did
and
she
I
ask you this, Mr. Bonner?
Yeah, I said I'll be the father of the baby, but I didn't know they was going to hit me with child support all this.
Let me tell you something. When you tell a woman that she can say in court that you're the father and she says that, the court is going to act as if you're the father.
Okay, well, if that's the case, why all of a sudden she want a DNA test?
Let me tell you a story on that. I turned around and I asked it Brock, because Brock's girlfriends turned around and kept calling me up, and they would be rude to me and disrespect me. Oh, that's not his kid, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I turned around, I got tired of it. I got tired of it because I'm the one that has to hear my daughter say, where is my daddy? Who is my daddy? Okay, finally, Brock came back in when my daughter was 2 years old. Brock pursues himself to be my daughter's father. Now, my daughter is 3 years old, and she knows Brock is daddy. The other day, I was on the phone with Brock.
I was only in the girl's life twice. Once when she was born, and a year ago when I came back down up north, which I stayed with Miss Fahey. That was the second time I've seen that little girl.
You claim you went to court and you were handcuffed. Why were you handcuffed?
When I went to court, I moved from Orlando, which I was staying with her. They did give me a DNA test to go do to court. I did not make it that court date, so they automatically hit me as a father. I go in the courtroom, he goes, you're $7,000 behind. You're going to jail today, Mr. Bonner.
But you do understand that you said you were her father and you told Miss Fahey that she could go into court and name you as father.
Okay, but you're right. But you know what happened to the other guy? That could be her father.
Look, as far as I'm concerned, I pretty much have the same question. However, you seem to be stepping up to the plate so much and telling Miss Fahey I'm the father.
You got
Came to the hospital, you know, going into court, give them my name. It seemed like you were ready to take on the responsibility in more ways than one.
Correct, Your Honor.
Your Honor.
And had you shown up at the first court date, you would have had the opportunity
Yes,
to
Your Honor.
say, you may not be the father and there is another potential father, and request a DNA test.
Correct.
Your Honor, when I found out about my daughter's health issues, that's when I started saying something about a DNA test to Brock. My daughter has a lot of health problems right now, and I kind of got a fear that they may have to do surgery on her head to cut her from here to here. Brock turned around and told me he ain't doing no DNA test. I said, Brock, I'll pay for that DNA test. You said you would be there.
I did say that.
Now you don't want to be here. Why? Because he had a girlfriend. Every time things get on a rough scale or whatever, you get a little girlfriend, then it's not your baby.
First of all, I got a 2-week-old baby right now with the girl I'm fixing to marry. I made my mistakes. I paid my debts. If this little child's mine, I owe her apology. I owe you apology,
What about
period.
your son?
I lost both my kids due to drugs, ma'am. I had a party life. I had 2 kids, wasn't ready for kids. I made that mistake. My ex-wife got my son. The other woman got my other son. I got a 2-week-old son with the woman I'm with now. I made mistakes, but you know what? I've straightened my life up. I don't smoke cigarettes no more. I don't drink alcohol. I don't do drugs. I can pass any drug test right now.
Well, the court commends you.
And if this child's mine, I owe that child an apology. I owe you apology.
The things that I had to go through, Your Honor, with my daughter, and I begged him because my daughter sacrificed so much, and I had so much going on in my life. And I told Brock the things that was going on and asked him, Brock, you accepted my daughter. You told me to put your name on the paperwork for the courts. I did what you told me, okay? But now they won't let me do a DNA because you told me to do this. Unless I want to pay for it now, then, okay, that's expensive. You know, I'm struggling.
Okay,
and I
but
have a
what
child
about-
that has a whole bunch of health
What
issues.
about you told me, you said, if this baby's yours, you can just sign your rights away. I got somebody to take
Because I'm
You did
tired
tell
of
me that.
hearing you and your little girlfriend say, oh, I asked to sign my rights over, but they would not let me.
I did say that.
So that's why I'm saying it, because I'm tired of hearing you.
You said that long
Say-
before that. You said 50-50 chance this baby yours.
Because every time I
Sign
turn
your rights
around,
over.
you or your family or your
If
girlfriend.
it's mine, I will take you to court and
So,
I'll get
Ms.
my
Fahey,
rights.
sometimes
But-
he accepts the responsibility, then sometimes he runs away from the responsibility.
Yeah.
Is that what's
It's
adding
not-
to your pain?
Not just that. I hear my daughter all the time because Brock, a year
Do
ago,
you see any resemblance
Brock, a
in that
year
picture?
ago, lived with me for almost 9 months. And me and him get back together as I forgive him because no matter any which
You blaming
situation,
everything on
I had
me,
love for
Sam?
you. I was in love with you.
Okay,
That's
well, be in
another
love.
thing. You know what? I did. I didn't just
Man.
have a child. That,
Okay,
you know,
I'm
not only
gonna-
the baby, I've
I'm
lost
gonna
2 babies.
explain
Hold
something.
on,
Man.
hold on. So, Ms. Fahey, your point is that you've forgiven him, you take him back because you really wanted him to be the father that he claimed he wanted it to be.
Yes, Your Honor.
However, he just wouldn't stay consistent.
Yeah,
It was in and out.
in and out, in and out.
Now, Mr. Bonner, while I understand Ms. Fahey's frustration, I have to recognize your doubt.
The baby, she has no features of me. I don't see no features. Yes, I've had doubt, and then one minute I'll be like, yeah, she's my child, then not. But I'm here today to find out the truth.
And you brought a witness with you. Ma'am, will you step up, please, to the podium? State your name for the court, please.
My name is Ginger Bonner.
Thank you so much for coming, Ms. Bonner. What do you have to add to this?
First of all, Brock has changed his life. I've pretty much raised him. He's like a little brother to me. And I know he would step up to the plate to be a good father to this little girl. He's always wanted a little girl. And that may be why he says that the baby's his sometimes. I don't know. I know when he was doing drugs, he would disappear for 3 or 4 months, wouldn't hear from me, but he'd always call me, hey, Aunt Ginger, what you up to? You know, just check in with me. But that was his lifestyle because it was about him. Now I've seen a change in him.
So you're a witness that he is doing better.
Oh, definitely.
And I hope it's clear, Mr. Bonner, and I'm sure you are a witness to this, that if you don't voluntarily step up, the court will make sure of that.
All I want, if she's mine, is to be a part of my daughter's life. That's it.
Your Honor, I never told him once that he could never come and see her. I did, however, say to him that you're not going to take off with my daughter because I am aware that that is why he left my house.
Okay,
Okay,
but
he
I have
might
a
have straightened
question.
up, Your Honor. I do not know. I'm not there. I cannot speak upon that.
But if
Just
she's
like-
my daughter, why can't I bring her to my place for a weekend? As
Brock,
long as
you
you know where
just
she's at.
started paying child support,
I'm
and the only
saying-
reason
listen.
we're here right now, today, the only reason we're here is because We had a court date. I told you about it. You went to that court date. They hit you with child support.
They did hit me with child support.
Otherwise than that, Brock,
But
you
if
wanted,
she's my child,
you wanted to be
I want to
in-
be able to spend time with my child.
But
So,
Brock,
Ms.
You
Fahey,
can't
are you
stop me.
saying?
honest from the get-go and say, look,
We both
I
made
was
mistakes.
very
may not have
honest
been,
with him,
no,
though.
We
you weren't
both
honest with
made
the courts.
mistakes. It ain't her
You should have
fault.
said
it's
if Brock
our
could have
fault,
been
period.
the father or this guy could have been the father. You didn't do that.
The bottom line is, we're here to figure out who, in fact, is Nevaeh's father. Is Mr. Bonner her father?
To be honest with you, I am not sure. I am not sure, and I wish I did. I made a mistake. Everybody makes them. But I don't see it being a big mistake because you cheated on me. You cheated on me, and then I
didn't.
got with somebody else.
Well, I say let's turn 50-50 into 99.9. Are we ready? Jerome, the results, please.
There you go, Judge.
These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Bonner versus Fahey, when it comes to 3-year-old Nevaeh, Mr. Bonner, you are not her father.
I'm sorry.
Told you, man. See?
I'm sorry. I mean, you knew it wasn't like you didn't know. I mean, I have told
Now
you
look,
from
I'm
day
paying child
one.
support. They're gonna stick me in jail.
Okay, and you said the next thing what you would have to do from there is to show them. You don't think I have to live with this? I've had to live with this for 3 years.
Well, now,
for it,
now
babe.
look, see that girl?
I asked it
Look,
you.
innocent girl calling me daddy. I need to go see that girl. Apologize to her because I owe her apology.
And I owe you an apology and your aunt and your family.
Miss Fahey, you know who her father is, the other possible gentleman, or is there someone else?
No, there's only two. There's only Brock and one other person. I'm 100% sure on that. He knew that too.
Does he have any inkling that she could be his?
He does.